Adrian Griffin's already up in this bitch. So what's going on? What do you guys think about the Jones versus Lesnar on November 4th card at MSG?
That's the spot to do it if they're gonna do it. I think Jones wins.
I have the same exact opinion as you. I don't think that.
But what if Brock holds him down and beats the piss out of him like he
disrespectful.
did fucking Frank Mir? What if he just beats the piss out of him?
Then he beats the piss off. There's not much John can do. That's
I
a
know,
big
but
man.
That's fuck. John's one of the best. He's supposed to be the best immortal. If he just gets straight murked.
Then Brock's the new best in the world. What are you talking about?
Oh, he's gotta be. He's 205 champ if he beats Jones.
He's number one pound for pound. Does Jones go back to the number one ranked on the pound for pound list now?
He's got to. He just knocked out fucking Daniel Cormier for the belt. He's got to. Fucked, but it's how it is. Poor DJ's never gonna get the credit he deserves.
Get in the shot, bitch. All I can see is one shitty strand of your hair.
I'm just trying to tie my shoe, god damn it. My neck is broken from doing all these damn fucking videos for these stupid people, man.
Don't talk to him about that like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, why? Were they gonna get their fucking panties in a bunch again?
Shut up.
How many Adrians have we had on this, by the way? We've had about 9 fans named Adrian.
This is just the OG Adrian, the steadies comment. You're tripping.
I know, but we got a bunch of them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we got a couple. He's the best, though.
What about Yo Adrian? Wasn't that a guy, too?
That was the one that you yelled at.
What?
That was the one that you got an argument that we've been arguing with, kind of.
No, that was Thay Adrian.
Same guy.
Oh, I
That's
thought
how
there was more Adrians.
That's how it's pronounced.
What?
Apparently.
Whatever.
So the question for me is, just like it was with David Maya, Tyron Woodley, is Brock Lesnar's grappling ability going to be that enough to take down and hold down John Jones? He didn't compete at the Olympic level for a reason. You mentioned that. Dan Cormier did.
He doesn't have enough confidence to take down John Jones.
If John Jones hits him before he takes him down, he won't have enough confidence to strike or shoot.
I think Jones might be underestimating Lesnar's strength, though. It's a big-ass man.
I think we're underestimating Jones' technique.
I'm not. I'm on Team Jones, bud.
Well, you should know he's the best.
Well, Brock Lesnar beat Mark Hunt, who's one of the best strikers in the heavyweight division. K1. Let's get it. We'll see.
You saw Mark Hunt versus Derek Lewis, right? The Mark Hunt's a Mark Hunt in the past, and you know it is.
He's still a dangerous motherfucker. And John Jones got the long legs. Brock can grab that ankle from him. Before he got the long arms, too.
Brock won't be able to fight until mid-December, apparently. Adrian says DJ needs to just keep destroying the division to eventually get the recognition. They couldn't deny him if he's got all the records.
Well, I think he does have all the records because his next opponent is Ray Borg. And half the people that buy the card won't even know who Ray Borg is. He's already cleared the division.
It's going to be a free card.
He's already cleared the division. They don't give a fuck. They're denying him regardless. Who's left for him at 125 to beat that's going to change his image?
Nobody. He has to go up to
Not
135.
Single man.
He has to go up to 35.
Oh, my neck is broken. I need a fucking diagnosis from the fans, man.
Adrian's thanking us for the shout out. Says he's been staying with the comments. I know.
We appreciate you.
Hunter told me to shut up and said Brock won't be able to fight till mid-December. Rip.
Why not?
Because I guess that's when USADA has got their jiffies up from fucking Washington pissing a cup.
I didn't care about the Mark Hunt fight. Slim bang.
Adrian Griffin says he hasn't finished the record yet for the most consecutive title defenses. He's on his last one for now. And then Hunter says that DJ should have fought TJ. No shit.
Why? The only reason it makes sense is for fucking money for the UFC. DJ doesn't matter to DJ at all if he beats TJ. TJ don't even have the fucking belt. It's a silly fight for DJ. He needs to fight Cody.
I think, but money, man. I think it would have made as much money as the Garbrandt fight would.
You're retarded.
When it first happened, there was
Cody
a lot.
is Garbrandt.
Oh, my bad. I meant TJ. Calm down. I'm high. Give me a fucking break, bitch.
I'm calling. I'm high too, and I'm not saying stupid shit.
You did yesterday.
When? I said tons of stupid shit yesterday.
Exactly.
I say so much stupid shit every day. Everybody does. It's part of accepting life, man.
He would have.
Say dumb shit.
I think DJ would have made as much money off a TJ fight as he would of a Garbrandt fight. And when that first started getting hype around it, I do, because there's a lot of hype around it when it first happened, man.
Cody, the young, good-looking lad with the throat tat. Way more people are buying that fight.
DJ beats up TJ, and then Garbrandt knocks out somebody else, knocks out Dominic Cruz again, and then he fights Garbrandt.
I doubt it. Whatever. It doesn't matter. DJ's fighting Ray Borg.
Adrian said he meant for DJ to be happy with his career, but financially he should fight the winner of the next Bantamweight Championship, Cody or TJ. Why is your mic muted, dog? You getting bitched at or something? Yeah, I think he's getting bitched at. Rip. Rip, rip. You still getting bitched at? Huh? Well, fuck. Nobody wants to fight TJ. A lot of people would fight TJ. Dominic would fight him again. Garbrandt will fight him. I guarantee you.
What's that guy do with anything?
DJ's down. I'm reading comments, dog. You had your mic muted. What are you talking about?
Interruptions.
No shit. Then you're coming interrupting me the second I get on fucking track.
Chain reaction.
Adrian said DJ versus TJ was not a super fight. TJ isn't a champ, and DJ has been a champ for years. TJ was a champ and still at the very top of the division. And why can't the fight with TJ set up the fight with Garbrandt or Cruz or someone like that?
There's no sense in doing that. He shouldn't have to work his way up the 35 ladder. He's a champion. You either give him a title fight or why waste your time going up there? You're a champion. You don't fight for shit that's not for a belt. You don't go down to the peasant's level. You're a goddamn champion.
Connor fought and it wasn't for the 170.
Only because the championship fight fell through and somebody filled in short notice and Connor ain't no bitch.
I guess DJ's a bitch then, ain't he?
No, the fight didn't fall through on short notice and he accepted like a backup plan. They just tried setting him up with a 35 and he was like, you guys are stupid.
I hope that was the case. But in all actuality,
might as well just quit fighting and stick to the streaming. He's more popular on Twitch than he is in the fucking UFC.
Oh yeah. Hunter says Team Snake. Adrian said exactly. If you're a champ, you fight for belts only. Connor was supposed to fight RDA for the lightweight belt, but it fell through. And like I said, it kind of fell through with fighting the champ. Snipe says no gaming. No, we got bucked. My internet won't let me. Is bucking me right now bad.
Unfortunate.
Internet's cool for this stream. That's why we're doing this. We were gonna hit the gaming channel, but
I'm gonna get my shit fixed up though. We'll be back to the gaming channel next week. Before I leave, I'll get it fixed up. Son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch is right. Adrian said that Connor was supposed to be the double champ back in March of 2016. That was a long ass time ago. He knocked out Jose Aldo Agripa. I was still living at the house.
You were living in Joshua's.
No, I wasn't. Was I?
Yes.
Folk, I just came over for the fights.
Yep. And you stayed the whole night. You slept in your bed for the first time in like 2 months.
Ridiculous. It's gonna be nice when I see you in 6 days, though. 5 days.
Oh, yeah, it's been a minute.
It has been a good minute.
It's been since like October.
We got another subscriber off this motherfucking podcast.
Who that?
I don't know. They made themselves known.
It should tell us who subscribed to our channel.
We can get it with the OBS, but I haven't learned how to set up OBS yet.
Oh, Brandon Ben told you to tell you how.
But he hasn't. He said he's not making the YouTube video, remember? Adrian asked if we've ever finished each other in sparring. Has any of us ever quit for some reason?
Oh, yeah. I used to quit the body shots all the time back in the day when I was a little bitch.
You did, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Many years ago. But it's been a long time since either one of us gave up in sparring, for sure. That's why we spar like 30-minute rounds.
We don't have a timer. We just spar, and when we have a mutual agreement when the round is ended its course. That's what's probably going to happen here. You guys are going to get a 30-minute video of us fucking sparring.
Oh yeah. Well, it's gonna be cut up into like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Shit that looks good.
I'm not including all the dumb shit. You got to pay. You have to donate to the Patreon for that shit.
Oh yeah. Anybody that donates $2 will get the full video.
Yeah, how about that? You donate $2, you get that, and for a $5 donation, you can hop in on the Facebook group chat with us and Shogun and Death Row. $5 to hop in the group chat.
Fook Shogun.
Fook Shogun and Fook the Mayweathers.
Probably in school right now, lazy bastard.
Probably. Have you ever finished me in sparring before?
I don't think so.
I have been fished a couple times. Did I get up and spar the rest of the round when Mike dropped me when I was like 14?
No, definitely not.
Oh, I didn't?
No.
I remember I fell and kicked the shit out of the garage.
No, you were on the other side of the room, dog.
He must have dropped me twice then.
I remember him dropping you the left hook, and it was on the other side, like towards where Bruce Lee is.
Adrian asks who has the ground advantage. Definitely that guy.
Oh, yeah.
He'll strangle me. But he'll have to strangle me.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going for no arm locks or nothing.
I won't tap.
It's got to be a choke. It's got to be a choke.
But you know I'll go to
wasting
sleep.
Me time.
You know, no, I tap to your submissions. He said, what is sparring usually like for you guys? We haven't sparred in a good 10 months because I've lived in another state, but
it's usually pretty intense though. Starts off like average. But anytime I land a punch on Nick, he escalates the round.
It used to get boring sparring you because you would just fucking shell up and just take it and never throw anything back. I'd just be sitting at you jabbing from a fucking distance. Jules S says you again, you stupid. Jules S says you again, you stupid piece of shit.
What?
I don't know, man. He's just coming on the fucking bitch. He's just coming on this thing hating. I wonder if it's my neighbor. Because my neighbor's name is Jules, and he doesn't like it that I don't go to the fights with him at the bars because I'm podcasting.
So just watch the stream from next door.
He's at the bar. He wants to watch the fight.
Come knock if he's got any questions.
Oh, he says he's gonna motherfucking tap us out.
I doubt it, but maybe. Might be a beast. I don't know you. Well, good luck. You better be a beast.
He said it won't stop when you tap. I'm not gonna tap. That's why you're mistaken. They don't understand, Levi. They don't understand. How many times have you seen me pass out in person, Levi, from chokes?
I know of at least once.
Once with the wrestler, once with you, once. Let's see. I've tapped out. I've been tapped. You choked me out with a triangle once. I didn't want to tap to it.
I think so.
It was at Marty's.
I don't think so. Dom almost choked me out one day with a baseball choke. That shit was tight as fuck.
Stephen Markle asks, so let me ask you a question. You're into UFC, correct? Question mark.
Yeah.
How much would you say you love UFC? 2 question marks.
What? I mean, I don't really love the UFC at all. I enjoy that they put on really good high quality fights, but I could give a fuck less about the UFC as an organization.
Doesn't matter if it's Strikeforce, Bellator, WSOF, PFL, Ryzen. I just want to see the dudes bang. I don't care if it's fucking. I watch the backyard fights if they're good.
Oh, I watched all the bum fights as a kid.
You said it'll drink our blood. What are you talking about? Answer what? You never asked a question, bitch.
Oh, fucking Christ. This is why we treat the fucking fans like shit. It's because it suits people like this.
James Morty, I guess, said miss me with 5 exclamation points. I don't fucking remember you. Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't know.
What are we gonna do when I'm in Colorado, man? We haven't planned anything.
Not a fucking thing. All I know is we're gonna smoke a lot and hike.
It's spar.
He said,
Say we don't have mats.
Stephen Markle. We can get in the front yard. I don't care. Stephen Markle said, "How much is your knowledge of MMA?"
Pretty slim, dog. Slim to none.
You're an idiot. You've been following it consecutively for like the past 8 years, and I've been on it for like 5.
I don't know nothing, man.
Could be an idiot. You know a lot. You know a lot more than this stupid motherfucker in the comments saying that he's gonna
Well,
get you.
everybody on the group page just tells me I don't know nothing. So I don't know. I don't think I know anything, man. Maybe we just think I know more than I know.
That's why you call majority of the fights that happen. That's why you can.
I didn't call Damian Maya and Tyron Woodley.
Jules says they ain't got no goddamn knowledge. They're a bunch of clueless cunts. Would you shut the fuck up? For
I mean,
fuck's
we
sakes,
might be
man.
clueless cunts, but there's definitely not a bunch of us.
There's only 2.
You know what a bunch is? A lot more than 2.
My
I
punches.
don't know what it is, but it's a lot.
Jules is talking a lot of shit about bunches. I hope he knows that my punches come in bunches, and there's a lot more than 2. You're getting lit up, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Adrian said, could you pull off the dead orchard or any heel hook action against any other when you spar?
Oh, the dead orchard. I've actually never hit it, but I've gone for it many times. The orchard's dope.
I wish I could do it. I'm not dexterous enough.
I can do it. I just never get it. And yeah, I get heel hooks all the time, but I never tap anybody with them because as soon as I grab the position, I let it go. It's just not worth it in training.
How many times have we seen? How many times have we seen people? How many times have we seen people get their knees blown from people fucking turning over on heel hooks?
That too many. That's why I don't. As soon as I lock up the position, I let it go and just keep rolling. Everybody thinks they just get out of it, but it is what it is. I'm not there to. It's not about winning or losing. I know I had it, and I know if it's a real fight, I would rip your leg apart. That's all that matters. Inside heel hook's the worst.
Steven asks, I'm just curious about people who claim they love MMA and do YouTube vids in MMA. Why don't you fans ever educate yourself on the history of MMA? Why do MMA fans just watch current stuff? He has more OG MMA knowledge than every single person on this motherfucking stream, probably about the old school fights. He knows all the old school shits. And we're not just fucking fans. We've fought. I mean, we've been following it for a while. My fucking train with Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler used to bounce my mom's bar. So did Tim Sylvia. So did Jens Pulver. Matt Hughes swung through every now and again. Levi trains with Spencer Fisher. We're balls deep. We actually
Why did you just assume that we don't know it? Because we look young, just assumes we only cover current news.
Why are you reading the shirt?
Yeah. Victory Fight Championship. Yeah. One of the biggest organizations right now. And little do motherfuckers know it's an organization. Way back in the day, before organization, it was a promotion. And it used to sponsor UFC fighters.
Whenever you get excited,
Drew McFedries was sponsored by Victory way back in the day. OG knowledge right there, bitch.
He said, who's Joe Hill? He said, ask him if he knows who Joe Hill D. Olivari is, or fucking Oliveira.
What?
Fucking. Is a Brazilian professional mixed martial arts veteran who fought mainly in Brazil, Vale Tudo. Joe Hill D.
Why are we talking about Vale Tudo? We're talking about MMA. Vale Tudo and MMA are 2 different sports.
IVC. No, he's a mixed martial arts veteran. He's a fighter.
Well, yeah. Vale Tudo fighters are fighters too, but it's not MMA.
Who's your favorite fighter that fought before UFC 50?
Damn. So many OGs that were so good.
Also, wait, let me cut you off real quick. Snipes asks, have you ever tried an Imanari roll? I've tried one and busted my shit, and I will not try it again.
I'm actually not very good at them. I'm kind of long, and I have a hard time getting down on the shoulder and rolling from standing. So, no, definitely not. But I know a few people that can do them.
I ain't Tony Ferguson, bitch. What the fuck?
But my favorite OG fighter is probably Igor Vovchanchin from Pride.
He said that Joe Hill fought in Pride and he's an MMA fighter, and he said you're not OG.
Because look, dude, you can pick out one fucking fighter with a foreign name, and just because I don't know him off the top of the head means I don't know OG knowledge. You're ignorant as fuck, dude.
He came in being nice and decided to test us about one thing. How about you?
Why would you assume that I know every single fighter that's ever fought? Just because I don't know one fighter off the top of my head with a foreign name that fought in Brazil or in Japan. Why the fuck would I? That doesn't make any sense. It's just one person. You think I can't just find one random fighter that I know that you don't?
You know Julian Lane?
Let me bang, bro. Just let me bang.
And also, Adrian, I said UFC 50.
Got to be Gary Goodrich just for the finish. It's got to be Gary, dog. You got to give it to Gary Goodrich. So brutal.
That's a tough one for me. It's got to be Vitor.
Vitor's beast for sure.
He said, ask this clown if he at least knows Rumina Sato or Yuki Naki.
No, I don't. Just
you
know
know
how many people fought in Pride? No. I don't know them guys. He's just giving off random fighters. He's acting like these are like super well known popular fighters. Just because I don't know
Nick knows
fighter.
Nick knows the Yuki Naki though.
I don't.
He was the old Jap wrestler. I can't remember anyone that he's fought, but
if his name's not Takanori Gomi, I don't care. I don't like the Asian fighters. It might sound a little racist, but their styles don't intrigue me. Shinya Aoki and fucking Takanori Gomi. And Kid Yamamoto, he's dope too.
But that's about it.
Yeah, Dooho Choi. Them Koreans are dope.
He said Ramiro Sato, a huge fighter in Japan in the 90s. This guy doesn't know his history. Look, just because you didn't go over and watch and look at all the history about the freak shows.
Do you know who Ensign Ignu is? What about his brother? You know about them dudes? Not many people know about them. That's OG knowledge. Like, there's a billion fighters that not everybody knows. You can still know a lot about MMA without knowing every single fighter that's ever fought off the top of your head.
What's going on, Adrian?
You're talking about fights when I was a small child, the fights I had to watch back on, not fights that I've watched live. Of course, my knowledge is less. But if you brought up the fights, I bet I've seen them. I got shit to do. I can't just sit and study every fighter that ever fought. I've got all night.
So your end goal, your end thing though, fighters before UFC 50, you're going with Gary Goodrich for sure.
Yeah, but Igor Vovchanchin's up there too.
He said Ramiro Sato is probably the top 10 greatest of all time lightweight, and this guy has no idea who he is. He only watches what is on his radar. Well, if you can't see it, how do you know it's there? That's what radar's for. If it's not there, how am I supposed to know it's there?
Hold on. What does my radar consist of? That's what I want to know.
He said Sato and Uno are not just some random guys. Well, they're not household names either, so shut the hell up. Do you know who fucking the quarterback of the Denver Broncos was in 1947? No, probably not, but you can still be an OG football fan without knowing that answer. Quit Googling shit.
Yeah, this guy's a son of a bitch. I don't even care, man. Just watch the fight campaigns and shit, and you'll see it. It's simple. Like, just watch our videos. People watch us for a reason. We get thousands of views on our companions, and people stay and comment for a reason. We're not idiots.
And the question is, you might know MMA fighters, my friend, and you came on this thing being cool, but you turned into son of a bitch just because we haven't known fucking a couple fighters that you've listed. Look,
some foreigners at that.
Do you know, you're talking about MMA fans not having MMA knowledge or anything like that, but can you break down the fights as they're happening? Do you know how to walk someone through a triangle or a triangle defense, or how to shoot it on a single leg and how to transition to a fireman's carry if you don't get deep enough? I mean, do you know how to break it down as well? Do you know what that fighter who nobody fucking knows. Rumino Sato, the top 10 lightweight of all time. Do you know what he did to make him in the top 10? Can you break down his footwork or his striking ability or his boxing or his Muay Thai or his kickboxing or his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Or he probably just banged because it was Japan in the fucking 80s.
Nick, screenshot all three of those names for me, and I'll break all three of them. I will watch their fights tonight, and we'll break them down tomorrow for this guy.
How about that?
Just so he can see
Steven?
knowledge, because we've never seen these people before. We don't even know these people. And we will break down their entire style and why they're successful. Run it.
Is that better, Steven? We will educate ourselves on the three names. Anybody else from the woodworks of Japan that you want us to look up?
We'll start doing this. We'll just start letting fans give us some people that we don't know, and we'll educate them on their own people. We can make a little series out of it.
He said, Rumina Sato pulled off the greatest flying armbar of all time, and if this guy educates himself, I will have more respect for him and like the video.
Run it. Bet. You're going to shit your pants tomorrow.
All right, give it. He said Joel Oliveira is from Brazil, not Japan. No, but the two guys you said after that were Japanese.
And he fought in Japan. You said he fought in Pride.
That might as well makes him a Jap.
He was on steroids.
I
I can already tell you that much. Without even ever knowing him, I can tell you that much. He was on steroids fighting over there in Pride.
A Brazilian that fought in Japan. Yep.
They encouraged steroid use pretty much. So, yeah, everybody was on it. If you weren't, you were getting murked.
Fedor. Was Fedor on it?
Had to be. He just wasn't lifting. He was just eating cheeseburgers on it. That's all. Fedor's the greatest.
You know what, Steven? You can stay in the comments and tell us fires of research. Like I said, we will break them all down tomorrow.
I was reminiscing on fucking OG Mirko Krokop the other day when he fought Vanderlei. Fuck Vanderlei.
Oh, my God. He must be trolling. No, he's not. These are just all the OG, what's it called? Japanese fights. Yeah, the ones you don't know.
That's great. Of course he's picking all the Jap.
Oh, no way. Do we really have more dislikes than likes? I'm going to trip if that's the truth.
Probably.
Wow. We have 22 dislikes on this video.
That's fucked.
Wow. Dude, who is coming to just streamline disliking our videos? This is fucked. Everyone's in the comments saying team fuck Steven. I don't even think Hunter started it.
That's fucked. I think I just heard an ambulance on my street.
Yeah, for real. The prodigal son returns comments to say, why do you have more dislikes than likes?
Good question, man. Because you and your homies aren't liking it enough, I guess.
Yeah, motherfuckers ain't liking the video. 22 dislikes. Jesus Christ. I gotta find these damn channels that are doing this and block them.
There's no way to find them, dog.
And Adrian said we got the dislikes because we got mad. No, we get mad every single fucking podcast.
That's why we get the likes. We ain't never mad. Believe that.
No, we're just fucking with you.
Fuck, man. Neck is broken.
He asked if he knew who David Menny is. Nick knows him.
I don't.
He was the first UFC middleweight champion. That's about all I know about the fucker. He wasn't that good.
It's the weakest division of all time. So he wasn't that good.
Well, no. I mean, none of the guys from UFC 1 could even begin to compete today.
Yeah. Fair enough.
He said he's not Japanese or Brazilian, so you should know him. Yo, Adrian uploaded the video. Thanks. For real, though, man, why we got 22 dislikes for? This is some horse shit. Oh, well, 23 now. Wow. This is hostile.
Okay. We should probably turn it up before we get more dislikes.
Probably. And he said that David Menny wasn't anywhere near UFC 1. I said UFC 1's style. Obviously, anyone back from that that time ago is gonna get fucking wrecked.
He was referring to that era when the UFC began.
He said his skill set was way beyond UFC 1. I've never seen the man fight, but I doubt it. Is he beating up what was he? Middleweight, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, who you lose the belt to? Fucking Evan Tanner? Get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna find out.
Nobody at middleweight, no middleweight champion was fucking anybody till Anderson Silva. Nate Corey wasn't shit. Rich Franklin wasn't shit. Evan Tanner wasn't shit. Fucked a lot of them.
Who he lose to? He's been fighting a bunch of Randys. He took an L to Jake Shields and Josh Koscheck, Ed Herman.
Not the Ed Herman. I've probably seen him. I guarantee I've seen him fight then.
He beat Carlos Newton back in 2001.
Well, if he's a middleweight, he should have beat Carlos Newton. Carlos Newton fought at 170 or fought at 155 and 170. 170. What do you lose the goddamn belt to?
He said, so let me get this straight. You just said you've never seen him fight, but you have an opinion on his fighting skills just because you never heard him. I want to get that correct. So if a fighter is not on your if a fighter is not on your radar, you assume he's not worthy of you learning about him. I want to get that straight. No, you're just assuming as fucking usual.
We already told you we were going to learn about these fighters and school you on tomorrow. We weren't lying.
Thanks for putting it on the blimp, dog. The blimp on the radar is there, and now I'm going to go to it, but didn't know before. What I said is that he's getting beat up by any majority, probably top 5, top 10 of the guys today, and if he fucking wasn't, then he'd be beating him up right now, wouldn't he? But he's not. He's getting wrecked by Randys. And I'm sorry, but if you ask me who's going to win in a goddamn 1v1 in basketball, LeBron James or the winner of the first ever fucking NBA conference finals, small forward, I'm going to let you know that I don't even know who that is. It could be the two. There could be two of them. Come on,
I guarantee you LeBron's winning. They're not scoring a point. Oh, fucking Christ.
I wonder.
It's not like you're talking about Jens Pulver or somebody that was wrecking shot for a long time. He's hitting us with these fucking Randy one-hit wonders that he thinks everybody should know just because he enjoyed them. If the dude was so great, he wouldn't have lost to Ed Herman, and that's that. He lost to Koscheck at 85. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're saying that's way past his prime though. So
whatever.
He said, how would you know he wouldn't win if he was in his prime if you have no clue who he is because you read his stats on Wikipedia? Look at Randy Couture's record. It's terrible. Look at who Randy Couture fought.
And if Randy Couture fights Stipe right now, he's getting murked. There's no fucking way around that. Somebody from the fucking back in the day is not beating the new champions. It's just not how it works. Skill evolves, physical.
Oh, no, wait. No,
he's the same game.
He's putting words in our mouth now. He said dude was the first middleweight champion. This dude is bashing him, saying he's not worthy to learn. We're not saying he's not worthy to learn.
We told you we're gonna learn about him. We told you we were. You're stupid as fuck. You ignorant son of a bitch. You're not even listening to us.
He already perceives himself as being right, so there's no reason for him to listen.
Oh, I know. We're not gonna win. He's gonna drag us down to being stupid.
He's just going to keep asking us people who only 7 people were in attendance when they fought. And if we don't know, we suck. Look, man, you can bring up these people that we don't know, but can you break down what they're doing in the fights? At least I got that. I know fighting. You ever fought before, bud? Just because you know someone's name, you're not saying who they fought. You're not saying the style that they used. You're not saying – you said that one guy, I think it was Jahil, I could be wrong, had the greatest flying armbar of all time.
One guy had an armbar, and the other guy's a middleweight champion. And those are the only. You haven't said anything else about him. You have one highlight from each man's career, and you expect us to know about him. fucking research MMA all day, but I know quite a fucking bit for only being 22. So watch your fucking mouth.
He's saying that he's the stupid one, but then he names off the people. Just because no one watched them does not know they aren't worthy to learn.
Oh, you're fucking ignorant, dog. Oh, you doing? He's trolling us. He's gotta be.
No, he's not. He's just an old MMA head.
He's trolling us.
He
We
said,
already told you we're gonna learn about him. We want to learn about him, but that doesn't change the fact that he's not beating up any of the top 5 middleweights today.
he said, what does audience size have to do with their skills or historical value? It's
Fucking
saying that
Christ, it means not many people know him.
if they know him,
stupid?
if they known him and they were worthy of watching, they would have fucking watched him.
Jesus Christ. We're about to end this. I can't handle this guy. I'm
No,
stressing.
come on, you're good. Let's just keep getting these dislikes built up.
I'm so thirsty.
We're at 23. I know we can get at least 30 dislikes on this bitch.
Oh, fuck. Man.
Fucking shit.
Dude, he says we don't know these fighters, but you know how many OG, like, ex-UFC fighter stories we have between us? Between fucking Tim Sylvia, Jimmy Federer, Spencer Fisher, everybody. Like, we've got so many stories about OG MMA fighters.
But you don't know nothing about Militich shitting on the goddamn mats.
Oh, all the big boys was doing it back in the day. I kicked Jens Pulver's fucking undefeated fighter in the face.
He said no because MMA wasn't mainstream. Just because it wasn't on your guys' radar doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm trying to be respectful, but you claim you're OG, but you aren't. So he has to know every fighter you know. I bet there's a lot more he knows than you know. If you're so goddamn smart. No. If you're so smart, hop on the goddamn Google Hangouts app. I'll invite you to this podcast, and you can come over and argue it yourself. But we told you the fighters that you mentioned us we're going to learn on. I said they're not on the radar. They are now. Like I said, you might know the names of these fighters, but do you know how to break down their fights? Do you know what they're doing, what their styles are, who they fought? Just because you know their name, congratulations. What else? What other information can you bring to the table? Because you're telling us to learn, but it seems like you need to fucking learn. God damn it. Levi's mic and his goddamn...
Yeah! Sorry, I had to get some food, dog. My girl called me, and I'm glad I answered. I almost hit the reject on her, but I was like, fuck it, I'll answer her. She's bringing food, so I'm stoked. Oh.
They're telling...
Yeah, but anyways, just because I don't know I'm not a fucking paid, I'm not paid analyst. I'm not a fucking historian. Just because I don't know every single fighter of all time.
The fans want us to stop arguing. All right, so look, we'll learn the fighters. Come back tomorrow. We'll live stream again tomorrow. We'll learn the fighters. We'll talk to you about them. But until then,
I'll watch
drop
them
the shit.
I DJ tonight. I have UFC Fight Pass. I'll watch them tonight. Run it. Ain't no thing. I'll take notes. I got a notebook. Take it wherever with me. Bet.
And he said that I'm assuming that he can't break down fight I never trained for. It's not that I'm assuming. It's that I've asked you about 10 times. You haven't answered me yet. So I assume the answer is no. Or else you would have said something. Or you're not listening.
We've given you plenty of chances to represent yourself, and you chose not to, so we were left to make an assumption. But
all right, man. Fucking shit. We can't end it on this note. We got to talk about something fucking productive.
Son of a bitch. I don't know.
What do you think was the falter of Damian Maia last night versus Tyron Woodley?
The grease. He just couldn't get the takedown, man. The slippery, the sweaty champ.
You think that he did the old wrestling trick and bathed in baby oil?
I mean, I don't know what he did, but that man was extra slippery. I'm not saying he's a cheater, but he did something that made his legs real fucking nice and smooth.
Nice and smooth.
He at least shaved them motherfuckers.
For sure.
Put some conditioner on them instead of the fucking shaving cream, and shit was soft as hell.
He says that he's trained for 16 years and he can break down fights easy. Hop on the stream then. What are you doing?
I can break down fights easy. Good one. Then how come you even said shit about the people you told us about, you son of a bitch?
I'll leave it be. He subscribed. Just leave it be. He'll prove his worth. He
He's
probably
been training for 16 years. He better be a black belt.
in what?
Whatever he's training in.
Train MMA and be nothing.
Oh yeah, because he's training in a garage with Uncle fucking Dave.
Just like you with Uncle Marty.
For the longest, man. I got down with Spencer and everything changed. Crazy. Couldn't believe it. We were so stupid.
Tyron Woodley is just too strong in that fight, man. Damian Maia wasn't, even though Damian Maia had the much bigger body frame and looked like the much bigger man, Tyron was just too strong and too explosive. I think he stuffed like 24 takedowns in the fight.
Tyron had nothing for him though, really either. Cracked him with some right hands, but it wasn't like Maia was never really in serious danger. But the same goes for fucking Tyron. Don't even read it. Don't even fucking read it. I don't even want to hear it, man. Fuck it.
All right, I won't. Yes, yo, Adrian's right. He said, now Steven, he is ignorant. Can we at least agree on that Steven takes the ignorance cake away from yo, Adrian?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck? He said
Gotta be
they are at like level 7 if I had to choose. What?
The fuck are you talking about?
Level 7 out of like what, 100?
I'm not on any levels. I'm not playing your game.
Adrian said that the reason why Tyron's not going to fight GSP is because Dana White was convinced after his fight with Maia that it'd be too boring, so he gave it back to Michael Bisping.
I agree 100%. But I think this is a way worse matchup for GSP.
Oh, I think GSP's going to get his face boxed off.
Bisping's a big 85er, man. He was winning fights at 205. Good luck. Good luck, GSP. Unfortunately. Well, I hate when fucking great fighters do this. Come back and ruin their careers.
Fedor?
Fuck, Fedor, just stop, please. He's going to fight Chuck Liddell, watch.
He said that these guys know the Miletich camp with Lawler, Sylvia, the Midwest guys that give them that, but they aren't experts by any means. What do you mean we know?
To be experts, bud.
We know them as in like we're not experts, but when you grow up in that environment, you learn some shit. Just because fucking Tim Sylvia wasn't talking about your fucking homie from Japan back in the fucking 30s doesn't mean that, you know. And not to mention on top of all this, in today's talks, when has any of the people that you've named come up in relevant conversation when we're talking about the matchups and comparisons to fighters today? You know, I can still respect Larry Bird, but Larry Bird ain't got shit on Paul George.
For sure. We got all the OG stories. Like, just because we don't know these other fighters, we know fighters from back in the day. Like, I know OG personal stories about Lee Murray. That man's in prison for doing one of the biggest bank heists in history. And I know stories of I trained with Spencer Fisher, who was like a great friend of Lee Murray. Trained with him all the time.
He said because everyone is a new fan, MMA is a new sport. I've been trained for 5 years. Levi's been training on and off for 7, and a new fan of the sport. Shit, how long you been following it for?
Shit, since like 2007 was when I first started knowing about it. So I didn't really get into it probably till like 2009. When I really started liking it a lot.
The only sport we've followed for the years has been MMA. It's unfortunate. He said they don't know the greats because their radar is so limited because the sport is new. Well, guess what? You're one of about 7 people.
Greats. The 3 people you named are not in the top 10 fighters of all time. That's a fact. They're not the greats. They might have been good fighters, especially for their era, but they are not near the greatest of all time. We definitely know the greatest fighters of all time. You're tripping. Fuck out of here.
As if the UFC of the 2000s is anything like the 210s plus.
Not even close.
Oh yeah, and of course it's with every sport.
Rampage would never win the fucking 205 belt today.
He said
Even in his prime.
He said Ramiro Sato is a top lightweight of all time.
Top lightweight. Okay, how many lightweights are there? That's one of the newer weight classes. I said top fighters of all time. We're not breaking it up into weight classes right now. Is he beating BJ Penn? Because I bet he's not even fucking close. Is he beating Jens Pulver in his prime? Probably not. Would bet not.
Is he beating Khabib?
No.
Is he beating Conor McGregor?
Not a chance. This guy.
Is he beating RDA? Is he beating Anthony Pettis?
I need to stop arguing with this guy. He's stressing me out. Troll's getting me, Nick.
He's not trolling. He's being serious, and he does have a point that we don't know the oldest fighters, but he's putting way too much of a weight on it, as if it determines our overall knowledge of the sport that drastically.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God damn it!
Damn, my back hurts. We're about to end this shit anyway,
man. Let's get at least we gotta get a good topic in before we bounce.
Well, quit telling me that and do it.
Well, I've been trying, but you know how much we love to debate.
Oh, I know. Stressing me out.
Calm the fuck down. All right, man. Maybe you're right.
We just gotta rip it, dog.
We gotta rip it.
Yeah.
Rip it. Adrian says very. All right, fuck it. I'm done. I'm done. I ain't going on. Oh yeah, Adrian's the one that has been asked this question about 100 times, and I'm upset that I can't really answer it. But he said, "Do you guys think Albu really won last night?" I watched the highlights. I didn't watch it live. You loud bitch. I didn't watch the shits live. But from the highlights, it did not look so. My question is, do you really think that fucking Don Cerrone won last night? I love Robbie Lawler, but I still can't believe that fight went that way. Mauricio says UFC 217, Cyborg versus Holly.
I haven't seen any confirmations on that, but that would be dope.
Do you think that Cyborg's forward style is going to get her cracked by Holly? Because she was getting hit by that bitch, man. She was getting jabbed in the face.
I said that on our podcast yesterday before the companion. I said it'd be interesting to see. And I think Holly Holm's one of the more dangerous matchups just because of that stylistic matchup like that. But I think Cyborg might be too good. She's not just gonna bum rush like Ronda Rousey, and her punches are gonna count. Shit. All right, we're gonna end it.
All right, motherfuckers. Come back tomorrow, and we'll have all the good informations about all the people that Mr. Steven named. He says, it is nice you admit you don't know everything about MMA, but just please know, just because you are not educated enough on MMA doesn't mean it doesn't exist. We never said it doesn't exist. I mean, it's like being knowledgeable about your country. I mean, can you name all 50 presidents? It's one of those kind of things. It's just certain things aren't relevant in today's time. And of course, if you want to be the most knowledgeable person about the sport, then that's what you want to do. And of course, that's kind of the goal. But at the exact same time, I got to keep up with all the fighters today. Everything that's going on now, I got to know their fucking length, their height, where they're fighting, where they used to fight at, their hometowns, what style they are, what they like to throw, what they've been fucking hit with, their fucking coaches, what training camps, are they doing good? And at the same time, I got to break down all the fights and predict on them, man. Now, we didn't make a lot of assumptions, but we're not saying that the people that you named aren't legends of the sport, but they might be there, man, but they're not fucking relevant. The Model T was a great vehicle, and it was a fucking OG vehicle. But you don't see motherfuckers whipping that bitch down the street getting 3 miles to the gallon. Adrian says you guys got to stop defending yourself against the hater. It's not defend ourselves against the hater. We just like to argue. He says, and then Muhammad Ali is irrelevant today, but if you don't know who he is, you really aren't an expert on boxing, would you? You certainly look dumb making YouTube videos on boxing. I can break down the boxing matches for sure, but I'm nowhere near knowledgeable in boxing. There's way too many people, way too many weight classes, way too many fighters that fight at 4 or 5 different weight classes in 2 to 3, 4 pound increments. Folk that I definitely have fucking time. Don't have time for that. But they're right. And I hit this fucker behind me early this morning, and I'm probably going to hit after this goddamn video, even though I'm tired from all the defense. God damn it. We're going to look up the fighters you told us to, Steve, and guess what? We're going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to tell you some shit about them. So hopefully you're not bitching then, too.